Blasting impact fire burns through a yard full of decommissioned SEPTA buses. We're learning about the impact the smoke is still having in the area right now.
Plus, robots on patrol, how a local tech company is giving the term guard dog a whole new meaning.
Damaged goods. People waited for hours in line for the new Nintendo Switch. Some weren't happy with what they found when they opened the box. Now they're demanding their nearly $500 back. Those stories and more on today's edition of The Lineup. It is Friday, June 6th, 2025.
Hey everyone, I'm NBC 10's Keith Jones.
And I'm NBC 10's Erin Coleman. Let's get you up to speed with what you need to know today, starting with a bit of good news. We've learned a 2-year-old is now out of the hospital after police say he was hit by 2 different drivers in a hit and run in North Philadelphia. We get more now from NBC 10's Katie Zachary.
The newest information we have on this toddler who was hit by 2 vehicles at this intersection behind me is that he's been released from the hospital early Friday morning. Police can't underscore enough how lucky he is after 2 cars hit him here at the intersection of 33rd and Susquehanna Avenues. And police have a strong message for drivers. Turn yourselves in. That's directed to the drivers of 2 vehicles they say hit a 2-year-old boy Thursday night at the corner of 33rd and Susquehanna Avenue in Strawberry Mansion. Police say the toddler was with his family, who tells officers they were getting him into their car when he wandered into the street. First, he was hit by a blue SUV on 33rd Street. That driver kept going, and right after that, a white pickup truck hit the little boy. Again, that driver took off as well. So not 1, but 2 vehicles hitting this toddler. Police arrived to find him awake, but with bruises and scrapes to his head and his face. They rushed him to Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, where he spent the overnight hours, and early Friday morning, he was released.
Turn yourself in and explain exactly what happened. We know sometimes people panic, but the right thing to do is call 911 or drive to the nearest police station and admit what happened.
Police say in addition to witness testimony they have from here at the intersection during that double hit and run, they also have surveillance cameras that capture this intersection as well. If you have any information on this double hit and run, call Philadelphia Police. Reporting from Strawberry Mansion, Katie Zachary, NBC 10 News.
Katie, thanks. The health department still monitoring the air quality, by the way, after that fire at the bus depot in Nicetown, Tioga.
Yeah, we were the first to bring you the images as breaking news yesterday morning. Health officials say levels of pollutants are steadily dropping and are now below the relevant federal safety limits. And they expected those levels to keep dropping as we go on. The fire damaged 40 out-of-service SEPTA buses at the Midvale Depot. Fire marshal is still searching for a cause. Now, because of the smoke from the fire, health officials, they are still urging people in this part of Nicetown, Tioga to take precautions. They advise you to stay out of the area, and if you can't, stay inside, keep those windows and doors closed. People in part of South Philadelphia are on edge after learning that one of their neighbors woke up to the sound of a burglar ransacking her home.
Yeah, now police want you to take a close look at the thief. They've released the video here, the suspected burglar leaving the house, not empty-handed. Police say he's got several pieces of jewelry, a gun he found in the house. The victim told police she discovered that burglar in the living room of her Cater Street home in the middle of the night Saturday. People who live nearby say this is an important reminder.
That's very unfortunate. I'm from Chicago, so I guess I could say I'm kind of used to it coming from a big city. But yeah, you got to make sure that your doors are locked and always got to be careful.
Another look at the video here. Philadelphia police want you to call them if you recognize this man or know anything about last weekend's break-in. Right now, something's missing at the sports complex in South Philadelphia.
Yeah, take a look. Yesterday, the first of the Wells Fargo Center signs came down at the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and Wings. This is part of the transition to the facility's new name, the Xfinity Mobile Arena. Comcast Spectacor released renderings of what to expect from the Xfinity Mobile Arena starting in September. The building has been called the Wells Fargo Center since 2010. Before that, it was named the Core State Center, the First Union Center, and the Wachovia Center. So this is the new name. Kind of like it's got a ring to it.
We used to just say the center, right? Because of all the name changes. Now you're going to say the arena. Really smart of Xfinity Mobile here to switch it up and make it arena instead of center.
Good point. Hey, the man charged with stealing irreplaceable instruments from a legendary rock band in Atlantic City is going to be in court today. New
surveillance video shows Garfield Bennett carrying the instruments he's accused of stealing from the band Heart. Investigators say he swiped a Telecaster guitar and a mandolin from the stage area at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino around 2 a.m. last Friday. Police say Bennett was trying to sell the instruments. They tracked him down on Wednesday. The instruments still missing, though. Hart is offering a reward for the gear's safe return.
In this case, we don't think people knew what they were getting themselves into. If we continue looking and we have to find them, there are absolutely going to be serious criminal charges.
Hart is offering a reward for the gear's safe return. More companies across the country, they're relying on robotic dogs to help them handle security on their properties.
Okay, so many of these dogs are made and monitored right here in our area. The iSalon company is based in Norristown. They build robotic dogs that are used in manufacturing and corporate campuses. The dogs are often paired with drones. A team of humans monitors them 24/7 from Norristown. The dogs can see, hear, Keith, they can even smell.
They can smell?
Danger.
You say? Okay.
Listen, the team just had the dogs helping with security at the Indy 500.
They did sniffing as well as active surveillance to make sure there weren't people in places they shouldn't be, as well as objects or bombs or chemicals there that shouldn't be there either.
The company's hoping to work with our local pro sports teams to have their dogs and drones help with stadium security.
Let me tell you something. This is an incredible piece of technology, obviously, right? It's amazing. It revolutionizes security, probably a net positive. There's also something else that does all of these things, and that's an actual dog. An actual dog can also do that. You just can't serve, you could maybe attach a camera to a dog, but
that would freak me out.
Plenty of dogs that need to be adopted, right?
Seeing that walking around,
crazy.
that would freak me out.
But if it works, I mean, that's a real wonderful thing, right? People to monitor it remotely, more eyes and ears on the ground, literally the ground.
I mean, with like the AI and like the robots now.
Yeah.
Guys.
It's all a slippery slope.
I mean,
That's what you're looking at it from.
Okay.
Yeah. Next, it's going to be actual robotic humanoids. Yeah. We're there.
Oh,
we're there, Erin.
Oh, gosh. Then they take over the world.
They take over our jobs.
Okay. Oh, boy. Let's talk about the end of a different kind of era in Montgomery County.
After 22 years, yesterday marked the last day of the job for crossing guard John Wentworth. He spent the day walking back and forth on South Lewis Road, keeping kids away from traffic outside Upper Providence Elementary School. Before he retired, family and friends joined current and past students in a surprise final escort.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, yeah. Gonna miss you guys all. Thanks for being such good kids.
Thank you. I'm almost 31 years old, and he walked me across the street when I went to the 5th, 6th grade center.
See, that's wonderful. John plans to spend more time with his grandkids, who, by the way, they're about the same age of the kids that he's escorted to school here. Wonderful.
You love to see that, right?
Right.
22 years, that's a long time.
Just one day after hitting store shelves, by the way, people are already complaining about the problems with the brand new Switch 2.
Yeah, GameStop says some customers complain that their receipts were stapled to their Nintendo Switch boxes, and the staples actually punctured the console screens. It appears this happened at a GameStop in New York. The company says it's working to fix the issue. The Switch 2 went on sale yesterday with fans camped outside stores. The device sells for a base price of $450 and goes up from there.
A lot of money. The insurance company contends it makes sense. You know what? Talk about the popular Labubus here. Let's take a little right turn here, right?
Yes.
That they're trending. They're going all over the place. People are buying them like crazy, to the extent that insurance companies are actually insuring them. And their justification of this is, hey, they cost like $1,000 on the resale market.
In the resale.
Yeah.
And if you're traveling, because some people want to travel with these things, if you know, they're like these little like ugly looking dolls.
Yeah.
I don't know
Some people love them. Some people think they're so cute. But,
exactly.
Yeah.
But people are now considering insuring them because if something happens to them, you can get your money back.
Yeah, so you get the Switch 2 that's really popular. Labubus are really popular.
Yeah, if you've been anywhere on social media, you know what a Labubu is. Hey, there's a new study that shows 2 in 5 Americans are bad at morning.
Yeah, the study conducted by Talker Research. They say people, they get out of bed later than planned on an average 8 times a month. And when they miss the alarm, 41% of people said they skip breakfast, they skip showering, some even skip brushing their teeth. I mean, how could you even forget to brush your teeth? Isn't that crazy?
Do you buy this?
That 8 times a month people wake up too late?
No.
Or that they'd be willing to skip those things?
Exactly.
Yeah,
like
I
in
agree.
order to get an extra 10 or 15 minutes.
No, you got to brush your teeth.
You're not gonna you're gonna make an active choice not to shower or brush your teeth.
It's so silly. There are so many other things before that, before it gets to that point where I've given up. You know what I mean? Just to get a couple more minutes sleep. You know. How about you go to sleep earlier the night before?
Well, it's kind of, I mean, life happens.
Of course, yeah. But not consistently. Like, it's like try to form some kind of routine here that makes sense.
But there's
if
some
you're
things...
if you're going to skip breakfast and showering.
You can't, there's some things you can't skip, though.
Right.
Breakfast, a lot of, not everybody eats breakfast.
Yep.
I mean, you should, but I don't know.
Yeah, the number, it was like 15% of people would skip showering if they wake up a little late.
And you didn't shower the night before?
So we wake up at like 2:30 in the morning, 2:30, somewhere in this hour, right, to get to the show at 5 a.m. To get on the air. Do you hit the snooze button at all? Like, I can't do that.
Yeah, I do.
You do? I get so nervous I'm going to miss it.
I got 5 or 6 different alarms, though.
See, I do
off every
have 5
minute.
and 6, but I can't go back to sleep because I fear that I'm going to miss the next one, and I'm just going to go back into REM. You know what I mean?
They say the snooze button is not good, just in general.
Can't be.
When you hear the alarm, you're supposed to get up, but boy.
Listen, a 2 a.m.
Sometimes
alarm
you're
is
tired.
not good for you, period. Anyway,
Yeah.
true. So
I get the being tired. I get the oversleeping.
Totally.
I get it all. I do not get
the skipping
not
part.
brushing your teeth or showering. That does it for today's edition of The Lineup.
For Erin Coleman, I'm Keith Jones. You can get NBC 10 News updates right here on the NBC 10 app. Catch us weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. Have a great day.
See ya.